Hello guys, and welcome to the presentation today. My name is Chloe and I'm actually making this presentation about the present continuous tense. So I have seen this used a lot in my daily life, and do you know where? It's actually on Facebook and Instagram, so very famous social platforms, right? As we have known, social media has transformed the way that we communicate with each other. Communication nowadays is much more quicker, much more engaging, much more interactive than it was ever before. And a very important aspect of it is the pervasive use of present continuous as a grammatical staple of the internet. So why has this become so popular, and how is it affecting the real-time communication between social users? Well, let's look at this video for the answer. Okay, so this video actually examines the linguistic function of present continuous on social media, its linguistic function and its pragmatic effect, also how it aligns with certain theories of communications, and most importantly, how the use of present continuous helps to contribute to the construction of a digital identity. Now, before we start, let's put our nerdy glasses on and look at some of the facts, some of the theoretical knowledge about the present continuous tense. So, what is present continuous? Present continuous is a grammatical structure that is made up of a to-be verb with a present participle of a verb that forms a sort of progressive aspect. And in formal linguistics, progressive aspect is used to highlight ongoing actions or processes. For example, the sentence here, I am reading this book. So, the focus here is on the action's temporality. It is happening at the moment of speaking and with no immediate conclusion just yet. So this grammatical aspect marks the incompleteness and the continuity of a temporal event, and a central feature of dynamic activities in linguistic theory. Okay, so very big terms, right? Now, let's put the glasses down and look at the pragmatic side of things. So what is pragmatics? Pragmatics studies how such linguistic or grammatical choices that we make every day, for example using present simple or present continuous, how the difference in the choices actually impact communication. For example, where face-to-face dynamics like emotional involvement or personal engagement that we usually see in daily conversations in real life is actually transferred into the digital realm using present continuous. Well, from a pragmatic perspective, language use is very heavily shaped by contextual factors as well as speakers' intentions. Let's see how it plays into the usage of present continuous in the social media. Now, the present continuous tense in social media serves a very pragmatic function that exceeds beyond simply denoting temporality, as we have discussed before. It actually invites interaction. The choice to use this tense rather than the simple present, for example, I'm loving this view instead of I love this view, creates a sense of engagement and immediacy, as if the action is portrayed as if it is happening in the very moment of posting. Okay, so now the present continuous tense also highlights temporal progression. Well, a key feature in tense aspect theory. Let me explain this to you. By using present continuous, speakers signal that the event is ongoing in its temporary. The use of present simple, which denotes that the action is actually habitual or permanent. This, for example, I love this view or I'm loving this view. Well, by using present continuous, social media posters or users can create a more dynamic and active portrayal of their experiences, suggesting that the moment is not just really recorded but actually lived, giving you a sort of vicarious experience. So in recent years, we have seen a phenomenon in the rising of hashtags such as currently loving, feeling good, or on the go with user-generated posts. So we see this tendency in using the present continuous in social media hashtags, which reflect a broader trend of communication among social media users. In a sense, these users are constructing a real-time narrative that invites the audience to partake in. In the field of sociolinguistics, language is also seen as a tool for identity construction, so the decision to use a tense that focuses on immediacy and action actually constructs a narrative of an active and engaged individual. Users, they are positioning themselves as always evolving instead of a static identities that are often seen in the usage of simple present or traditional forms of communication. This explains why such media posts like this are incredibly higher in engagement reaction, because they perform a social act that draws the audience in and making them feel as though they are vicariously participating in the feeling. So, in conclusion, we can see that this grammar point in social media usage is more than just about grammar. It serves multiple linguistic purposes. The first thing is that present continuous conveys the temporal nature of the ongoing actions. The second thing, it also creates higher engagement and interaction. And then it also helps to construct a digital identity that emphasizes on the immediacy and the activeness of an individual. And through the lens of linguistics theory, we can better understand how this grammatical form is not just a feature of language, but a tool that shapes how we communicate ourselves to the world around us. And in conclusion, the present continuous is more than just grammar. It reflects the nature of modern time communication.